Welcome back to your weekly podcast. It's your favorite person in the world, Lovdev, and it's a crazy little thing called Lovdev. Today's episode, it's 143. Very funny, very hilarious. I enjoyed recording it. I hope you enjoy listening to it. What's the episode called? Happy Ending.
It's a crazy little thing, this thing called love, yeah. It's a crazy little thing, this thing called love, yeah. It's a crazy little thing, this thing called love, yeah. It's a crazy little thing, this thing called love, yeah.
I was meant to record this podcast yesterday, but I got myself tied up by one of my aunties. My mum's sister has decided to move house. So me, as a kind gentleman, I said, don't worry, auntie. I'll give you an hand if you want. I'm free on Friday. Man, I was there all day. Moving homes is one of the worst things you can do. Not like, I mean, it's great. You buy a new house. Maybe you've upgraded. Maybe you've downgraded. Some people downgrade nowadays, especially when the kids get older. If those who are parents, your kids have grown up. That's it. They're at the house. You don't need a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house anymore. It's just you and your partner. Let's just get something smaller. Let's downsize. That's why a lot of people retire and go abroad, because they've got no more responsibilities, have they? So why do they need to stick around? Had to help me auntie, obviously, nephew, big strong man like me. God, what a hard work that is, moving house, man. I mean, she didn't move very far. And I said to her, why don't you just get a removal company? No, you know what Asian people are like. We want to save money, man. How much does it cost for a removal? I don't know, 8 to 1,000. Not 8,000, but 800 to 1,000. Roughly around that. I think my neighbour paid $1,000 for his removal company. So we done it eventually. The worst thing is we tried to get the key. Like in the UK, I'm sure it's like this in the US and wherever else you guys are listening from. Sometimes when you buy an house, it's always in a chain. And obviously, if you don't know what that means, it means somebody that lives in the house you're buying, they have to move out, but they're waiting for the other person to move out. And the person buying your house is waiting for you to move out. So that's obviously a chain. I wasn't in a chain when I bought my house. Luckily for me, it was empty. So we just moved straight in, no mucking about. So yesterday, my uncle tried to get hold of the key. And he couldn't get hold of the estate agent because they were like, yeah, we're going to sort it. We're trying to get hold of it. They were giving us no information. I think we wasted about 2 hours just trying to get hold of the key. And I was thinking, what the hell, man? The worst thing is, well, not the worst thing. The house they bought is round the corner from where I live. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go down there and have a look. So I went down and the house was empty. Lovely house, though. Really nice house. And now, listen to this one. So that person that was buying my uncle's house started having a go at him, swearing at him. Well, not swearing, just being rude on the phone. Like, why haven't you moved out? We've told you. We tried to get the key. We can't move our stuff until we've got the key for the new house. They weren't having it. They were kicking up a right fuss. They were like, oh, drop the key to the estate agent. I want it there at 5 o'clock or else. What do you mean or else? There's nothing we can do. You're going to get hold of the key. You probably won't be able to move in today because it's already dark as it is. Just go and get the key off the estate agent. That's what I mean by moving. It's an absolute ball ache. Do you know what else is an absolute ball like this?
Conspiracy theories, what's real, what's fake? Conspiracy theories, what's real, what's fake?
Conspiracy theories, what's real, what's fake? Only we can find out. Has someone out there got a conspiracy that they're absolutely ball-ached about? This one has been posted by the Lord Vader. I believe he's from the United Kingdom because he's got UK at the end of it. It could be Ukraine, though, innit? Who knows? Lord Vader has put up this post. I haven't asked any for permission for this. I probably won't even tell him that I've done it. Before they start saying, you can't do that. We're going to have to ban you on this as well. Conspiracy Theories Forum. His title gave it away to me, and I thought, this could be interesting. Who knows? Only he knows on this conspiracy. The conspiracy theory he reckons that he's got. He's put down, I'm going to find a new barber. That's his conspiracy. England. Full stop. Had my hair cut at a barber's I've been to a few times before. It's always the same two women working there. They're both in their mid-30s, I reckon. Usually, the conversation is just the usual, going anywhere nice on holiday, stuff like that. But this time, the woman almost immediately launched into a diatribe of almost every major conspiracy theory. His hairdresser's got conspiracy theories. Where is she? I want to meet her. Some of the highlights, he says, I don't like Kamala. He's on about Kamala Harris. She hangs around with wrong'uns. I don't want to say the word because, you know, this podcast is clean. So basically, Kamala hangs around with wrong'uns, you know. People like B. Diddy. Beyonce. Oh, yeah. She reckons Beyonce has tunnels running to Neverland. Is that true? It's all going to come out soon. In brackets, put down, I asked Trump and Epstein reply, I don't know anything about that. I don't know what that means. Anyway, the mainstream media, so the BBC, CNN, Sky, they all lie. Lie, 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 lie. I can't believe the way they're brainwashing people. The USA have a UFO and an alien. So this is all what his hairdresser's saying. Probably true, bub. Which they're experimenting on. People have died because of the radiation. I know this because they announced it in Congress. And Professor Stephen Greer confirmed it. So COVID was a massive hoax. Could be. I'm not saying it isn't. There was a lot of money made in COVID. That's all I'm saying. The only reason I say that is because I worked during COVID and the amount of money we spent was ridiculous, believe me. The vaccine kills people. That's very questionable. No medical professionals would take it. They knew how dangerous it is. I think some medical professionals took it. She's trying to say all of them didn't take it. I think some of them took it. In brackets, I said I have a close relative who is a nurse, and they had the vaccine. So he told her that one of his relatives had the vaccine, who's a professional. Well, most of them won't have it, she replied. There's a forensic examiner, and he's done 5,000 COVID post-mortems, and he's pulling out blood clots over a foot long from the bodies. That's the vaccine, she says. Mate, I'm surprised you didn't mess up your hair and said, that's a conspiracy. Anyway, I gently tried to counter some of this nonsense, so he doesn't believe it. For example, I asked where could I find some of these stories, and she doesn't trust MSM. She said, anywhere. When I pressed that, eventually she said TikTok. TikTok, man. Oh my God, there's so much madness on TikTok. That's why I love, when I'm on stage, I love doing topics that I've seen on TikTok and turning them into material. Because TikTok is just material for me. That's what I think. Anyway, so Lord Vader says, frightening that people consume endless nonsense videos on social media, which is true, and it becomes their entire belief system. Anyway, so I have to find out. Oh, anyway, so I have to find a new barber now. That is hilarious. That was making me laugh even more. After that is put down, preferably one who doesn't speak English. That is brilliant. Oh, God. You know what? That whole post made me laugh the most was that he wants to find a barber, doesn't know English. Look for a Turkish barber, mate. I don't know if you're a girl or a man or God knows, but you said barber, so I'm assuming it's a male hairdresser's. Oh, my God, that is so funny. It's funny how... I mean, it's true. When you go and see the hairdresser, I've said it a couple of times, you know, you always have the same usual conversation. I like to go out of context. And in a way, I find your hairdresser very amusing. But if it was me, I would probably just end up agreeing to her. That's what I'd do. Just for that, I've got to do this, man.
Conspiracy theories, what's real, what's fake? Conspiracy theories,
Oh,
what's real?
God. What's real, what's fake? I don't know. Only me hairdresser knows that. That is brilliant. Oh, that's so funny. I'll tell you what's really funny. Conspiracy in my house the other day. Yeah, well, not a proper conspiracy. I'll tell you what happened, right? So the other day, my missus was doing the cleaning, right? And I went into the kitchen, and I was like, wow, this floor's really shiny. Right. And I walked on it, and I almost tripped. I said, bloody hell, what you put on the kitchen floor, Sheila? And my missus was like, oh, I've just used this spray, right? And I looked at the spray. I looked at the spray, and I was like, hang on a minute. That's my dashboard cleaner for the car. I said, have you just sprayed that all over the floor? And she went, yeah. She said, I thought it was a disinfectant. And I looked at the bottle, and I realised that what I did, I bought this big, massive 5-litre wax, right, for cleaning your dashboard and stuff. And I tell you what, it's absolutely brilliant. My car's still shiny now, and I've cleaned it like a month ago. Look at me bragging. Little advert there. So anyway, she thought it was disinfectant because I put it in an old disinfectant bottle, you know, the spray bottle. And because the label was still on it, my kitchen turned into an ice rink. Luckily, I had my socks on and I could just like slide left to the right. Oh, it was brilliant, making a cup of tea and doing your breakfast at the same time. You don't even have to walk to eat. You could just slide over to the toaster. It was brilliant. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, though, we almost killed ourselves on it, though. And taking it off was a real nightmare, which shows how good that product is. So basically, in my house, it was... a conspiracy theory in my own house. Oh, God, I love doing this podcast. I love doing it, man. It deserves a lot more, doesn't it, folks? I don't have many downloads. Do you know what? I don't have that. Sometimes I think to myself, why do I even bother doing this madness? Only 10 people download this every bloody month. What's the point of me doing this, eh? I think I do it for my own amusement, and I've always said I have. So, what I want to do right now, I want to do this. Well, I'm not going to do it. Steph is going to do it. It's lovely. Steph is back. What are you going to do today, Steph? You doing this, are you?
Oh, that's interesting.
So he reckons this is interesting. Basically, there's this woman, her name's Julie Wood. I don't know. Never heard of her. Julie Wood. She was a 28-year-old girl. Oh, bless her. Young, isn't she? 28-year-old British photographer. She went missing, apparently, in Kenya. Is that in Africa? John, is that where the film Lion King? Yeah, Lion King. So, she was in Kenya, apparently. That's a Masai Mara Nature Reserve in late September 1988, apparently. Oh, I remember when I was 1988. It was a good year of that. So anyway, initially thought to have been killed in a wildlife incident. That's terrible. The remains later revealed signs of foul play. Her father, John Ward, I think I know a John Ward, you know. He pursued for justice for decades. So he was challenging the Kenyan official who provided inconsistent explanations and allegedly covered up details of her death. That's terrible. His relentless efforts exposed corruption. I'm not surprised there's loads of that going on in Africa and Asia and the rest of the world. Even in the UK, a lot of corruption goes on, you know. So he filed for corruption, legal obstruction within the investigation, but yet no one has been held accountable for it. That's terrible, that. The case remains a tragic example of justice eluded. That is absolutely terrible. It was interesting, though, wasn't it? I think it was.
Thank you, Steph, for stepping in and covering that little feature. I mean, I gave her a cigarette for doing it. I don't smoke, but I bought a pack for her, just for her. I bought them dodgy ones you get from the Kurdish shops. You know, the dodgy ones. I got one of them for her. She's well happy now. She's gone. She's gone to visit her mum. Apparently, she's not well. So, yeah, that was great. I really enjoyed that little... Interesting, though, isn't it? That woman who went disappearing in Kenya. I don't think that's where they filmed Lion King, though. Oh, does she know that? It's an actual cartoon. And then they turned it into an animation. I mean animation, like a CGI. I've seen the CGI one, and it's pretty good. Actually, the new Lion King movie is coming out in December. Mufasa. I'm quite looking forward to Mufasa. So that should be interesting. Let's do something more interesting. I was going to tell you, so you know how to get permission to do various stuff. So I asked somebody, because he put up this thing, right? To be honest, I can't really read it at the moment because of his question. So his name's Maizono. I think I've said it right, Maizono. He's asked a very, very stupid question. No stupid questions. That's what we're covering right now. Yeah, I know. So I saw it and I messaged him and I said, do you mind if I covered it? So I've got to do it the right way, innit? And he said, yeah, man, do it, man, do it. Basically, his stupid question is, does putting cucumber slices over your eyes actually do anything? I can't tell right now, mate, because I've actually got cucumber slices over my eyes. I will admit, though, I do feel very refreshed. Oh, I can feel the cold cucumber juices rolling down my eyelids. It's an amazing feeling. Does it get rid of my eye bags? No, not really. Does it taste nice in a sandwich? Yeah, it does. Does taste a bit like cocoa butter, though. Because I put cocoa butter on my face, and then I put cucumbers over my eyes. And then why waste food? You might as well just put it in your sandwiches, innit? Cucumber sandwich. Yeah, mate, I'll have some of that. some of my eyelids on it. Yeah, boy. If I get an eyelash on there, I'll normally blow it and make a wish. Does anyone else do that? I'm going off topic now, but yeah. I don't know. Putting cucumber slices over your eyes. Where has that actually come from? Sometimes you see it on adverts for a salon. You'll see a woman, beautiful woman, lying down with a towel on her head. She's on that massage bed thing. Not getting an happy ending, but you know. There's a picture of her lying down there, cucumbers over her eyes. Has anyone tried any other fruits? I mean, how come you never see people put carrot slices on their eyes? They say carrots are good for your eyesight. Why don't you just get a carrot and stick it on your eyes? Has anyone ever tried that? I don't know whether it's true. I should ask my missus, because she's a beauty therapist. I bet they do that, innit? Cucumbers waiting there, man. Waiting in the friggin' fridge. Gotta cut it up. I might have to ask ChatGPT. Or Chat LGBT, I call it. Might have to ask them if there is any proof on it. Because Mazo, he said, if so, what is something people actually do? Oh, is this something people actually do, he said. I think people do it. It's like a trend, isn't it? They'll just copy each other. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do it right now in front of everybody. I mean, I haven't got cucumbers on my eyelids. That'll be a bit daft. But I'm going to ask ChatGPT your actual question. I'm not going to read any of the comments. I can't be bothered. Oh, so ChatGPT says yes. Putting cucumber slices over your eyes can help reduce puffiness and soothe the skin around your eyes. Oh, really? I might try that. Cucumbers contain antioxidants and they have a cooling effect that can relieve swelling and irritation. The high water content in the cucumber basically hydrates the skin, while the vitamin C and K, they promote circulation around the body, which may help reduce dark circles temporarily, it says. Although the effects are generally mild and short-term, cucumbers are a natural, gentle remedy for refreshing the eye area. Oh, you learn something new every day, don't you? Right, let's end the podcast with the usual. You know how I do this. It's the weird news stories, folks. I feel like we're still stuck in this whole Halloween and death, and I know I apologize. I've been searching the weird news all over the globe. But today's one, I think I have covered this country before. I'm not sure, but it is Poland. Poland, everybody. This is where today's weird news story comes from. The title of the story is A Funeral Home in Poland Apologizes After a Corpse Falls Out of a Hearse in Traffic. Did they stop dead in the street? Way, there we go. I still got it, mate. Still got it. You stopped this dead traffic here, mate. We were neck to neck in traffic because of I can't even say my words. A corpse fell out of a hearse, man. Did he get done for undertaking? Way, yo, who's this guy, man? Firing the jokes out. I don't know why this podcast only get 10 downloads. Absolutely ridiculous. This story comes from Warsaw in Poland. I actually thought Warsaw was Warsaw in Birmingham. Not Birmingham, in the West Midlands. Because it sounds like Warsaw, doesn't it? I was listening to the news ages ago. Before I do this weird news story, I was listening to the news ages ago. I think I mentioned this a few times. But every time I see that Warsaw, it just reminds me of that. So I was listening to the radio and the news was on. And it said, there's been a plane crash in Warsaw. And I was like, huh? Warsaw's got an airport. I was thinking, where? Warsaw's got an airport. Don't they mean Birmingham Airport? That's the closest one. They were on about Warsaw in Poland. I'm such an idiot. That's what I heard. Anyway, let's go on with the story. So apparently a funeral home in Poland issued an unusual apology on Saturday. So this was last Saturday. After a corpse that it was transporting fell out of a hearse and into traffic. Oh, God. How did it... I mean, what happened? Did the horse, like, do a wheelie? I don't know what you call it. You know what I mean? You know when a horse goes on its back two legs and goes... Is that what happened? It was doing a... The horse was doing a wheelie. Because he went up, this is my theory. I haven't even read the whole thing. I'm already assuming what's happened. And then the carriage behind it basically lifted up and the body was some reason was not in its coffin and it just rolled out. Like a sausage roll. Like a Greg's sausage roll vegan one. It just come out. I don't know why the reference to Greg's sausage roll is in there. I'm absolutely nuts, man. Somebody needs to lock me up. Polish media reported that a man was driving down the street on Friday in Stalowa, Walowa. Wow, what a great name. He was driving in Stalowa, Walowa, which is a city in southern eastern Poland, when he first saw a sheet on his car window. When the sheet slid down, he saw a body lying on the road. For a moment, the driver feared that he hit someone. Yeah, I mean, that's the worst thing you can fear, isn't it? Local media published an image of the corpse lying on a white striped pedestrian crossing. He fell on the zebra crossing. I wonder if he landed right on target on the white strip. So you know how a zebra crossing is black, white, black, white, black, white. Do you reckon he's landed right on the white? I don't even know why I'm laughing at that, man. I think it's hilarious. Where did I get to on this story? I'm absolutely lost. The company transporting the corpse, Hayes Funeral Services, they issued a statement. They're taking responsibility for the incident and blaming a technical failure of the hearse. I don't even want to ask. It is with deep regret that we inform you that as a result of an unexpected technical failure of the electric tailgate lock in the hearse during the transport of the body of the deceased, an unfortunate event occurred which does not reflect the high standards of our company. Our deep empathy towards the families of the deceased. Oh man, they must have been like, what the hell? And it. and the respect we always show to the deceased. The company wrote in a statement posted on its website. It apologized to all those who were disappointed and upset by the event. Oh, God. That's made me proper laugh, that as I hope it's made you laugh, man. I think I better end the podcast, man. Imagine that. That's a way to go, though, innit? Put on a show. Put on a show. It's time for me to go. I'm going to book an elephant for my funeral. That's what I'm going to do. Right, folks. Me lovely lot. Thank you for listening to this. I hope you enjoyed my podcast. Yeah, do the usual stuff, innit? Follow it, like it, whatever. I don't really care anymore. Let's go!